financial gain involved, especially if these lessons involve contracts. Our products and services, if you're wanting to book a reading, as well as our membership platform, and here on YouTube, as you can see, we have the join option. So our membership section is lit. Check that out. We have the store, check out the merchandise, as well as our community board where we kind of intertwine together. A lot of the products and services are there, as well as the events that I host, the webinars, my tarot courses, the works. So check that out. Now I'd like to start with an introduction, and then we'll get into a Celtic cross style reading, as well as a pick a card for a more personalized approach. Okay, so looking at this, my immediate reaction was being of service, a healer of some sort, or money is on your mind, right? We got the strength here, so I thought about maybe some of your beliefs. This could also represent an ancestor guiding you. And then we have the world card here, which could also represent your guides, kind of helping you in this world. Some of you may have online businesses, okay? Some of you guys may feel, you've had to turn your back on some things. Could be corporate America, could be talking about our market, all right? But humility and inner strength, I feel, was a big thing. So it's like you may wear many hats with the Queen of Pentacles. Could be talking about single parents, small businesses, and then working with Source, working with your guides to generate revenue. I saw the Five of Wands, and with this Leo energy here, I try to be really careful with that when I say be more competitive. But for some of you in your house of finances, Leo could play a part in it. For others of you, you could have some competitors, in your environment. Okay, some of your peers, so just be mindful of that. But for some of you, you could be, I don't know, like looking at money too harsh. Maybe somebody taught you gotta grind it out and every man for himself, and it's kind of like a selfish sort of energy. And for others of you that have this higher consciousness, it's like you don't have to, but you may find success in being a service of others because of your consciousness, your level of consciousness. It's like you have to give to receive. Now, you don't always have to, but there's something about releasing and giving and subconscious and strength, as well as, like I said, small businesses. Those of you that are wearing many hats, some of you may even be influencers. Okay, so we will get started. I'm going to use our golden deck for our finance reading today, because they say gold brings about prosperity. At the end of the reading, I'm going to use the Angel of Abundance deck as your personalized, cards. So you can go ahead and set that intention now if you have questions. And nothing you have to, point out in the comments, even though I do enjoy reading those. Just go ahead and set the personal intention. And we will pull those cards at the end of the reading. As I welcome in prosperity, look at that. We have the Star. Okay, got the Three of Wands in the reverse. So we need to be more competitive. I do see that, and take action toward our dreams, our hopes, our aspirations. Stop holding back, honey. We are definitely being asked to make investments and not just like savings. So that's like some old school stuff, where someone could have taught you savings or needing a savings account or something like that. And I, on the other hand, do feel that when you come into money, because some of you guys are going to come into some big money, I do feel that investing is a little bit more important than just like holding on to it, because you can't increase revenue by holding on to it. All right, so as we get started with the reading, we have the Justice card here. So there may be needing some adjustments. When I think about balance, I think about the Sword. So some new information, balancing out the books. Some of you guys may be researchers, okay? You could have some type of legal expertise, but we'll see what comes out. I think about the Queen of Swords, though. So for those of you that I mentioned that could be coming into some finances, I feel like it's like legalities, contracts, your discernment. For some of you, it's like punishment. So if you do have a limited belief behind finances, I don't want you to feel guilt or shame or anything like that when it comes to your finances. Now, with the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, with the little hills and valleys, it could talk about the ships coming in. I feel like for some of you, past efforts paying off, okay? Or where Libra may fall in your chart. Now, what's crossing this system here, look at that. Bingo, I have the Tower. So an adjustment and a Tower, some unexpected planning for the unexpected, I feel, for some of you guys. And it also says like a new way of thinking could balance things out for you, okay? But I do like that where we have the Six of Pentacles here, where I talked about giving and receiving. So it's not like codependency is an issue. We are breaking out of those shadow aspects. I saw a lot of backs turned with the Queen of Pentacles, with the Strength card, with the World card. So for me, it kind of felt like something that you may have to do on your own, okay? Your own personal journey. Your, like I said, a small private practice or business. Now notice here in the Six of Pentacles, there's also this scale, okay? This balance. And here is the scale. And notice who's giving out, all right? So where the sword is lifted here, where it talks about new ideas and new ways of thinking, and separating from the shadow, okay? For some of you guys, it's separating from ego and your expectations or something about your beliefs revolving around money, all right? Now in the center of the reading, a spiritual lesson. See, what did I say? It's either in doing the work or working too much. Somebody taught you that, and that is definitely some old school stuff. Well, like I said, it's like doing a lot, not getting back the equal value. So kind of like knowing your worth. The Queen of Pentacles definitely knows her worth, and she's humbled about it, right? It's not something that is projected outwardly. So it's not a really masculine energy where we have to be competitive with each other. This is more an eternal kind of humble approach, okay? Packing up, moving on, moving away from justice, okay? This adjustment, for some of you, an adjustment that may need to be made is going to tell us a lot with the clarifier in this Tower card because of this baggage. And some may be doing too much. It's like you're doing too much. You don't have to do that. Maybe the law of manifesting, okay? And then here goes the Four of Pentacles too, but in reverse, where it's like we learn to let go of some things. Stop holding on. Or for some of you, there could be something unexpected coming toward you, and there's a need to kind of like hold what you got. You know, don't do a lot of frivolous spending, okay? Now, in the past, we have the Nine of Swords. So definitely where Libra may fall in your chart. And this talks about some anxiety behind money, doing too much, heavy burdens. Some of you guys may be burdened behind the idea of finances, and that definitely needs to be released because I'm looking at the clouds, I'm looking at some confusion, I'm looking at doing too much. So the Queen of Pentacles starting us out tells us to get grounded, to stay grounded, and it also talks a lot about the energy. So depression and anxiety is kind of like hindering in this law of attraction. Okay, so that could work in some of you guys' favor. Now, what's crowning you, we have the World card, and those are your guides, right? The areas that are unknown to you, they have the ability to see, and it also talks about some completion here. Now, for some of us, we've been talking about frequency being currency, okay? And if your frequency is way down, if there's anxiety, if you're kind of like in between, you know, packing up and moving on, for some of you, an online business could benefit you, okay? You can make your own hours. You may be working late at night. Or like I said, you may be moving and adjusting, okay? So starting a practice or a business online could be very productive. I told you guys, about a year ago when I started this channel, that clocking in and out, getting kids to school, and still going through this spiritual, kind of like ascension, dealing with different things, I needed a little bit more flexibility. And so for some of you, it's like maybe you can work from home through your jobs, or if you're starting your own businesses, working from home could help with the rigmarole of traffic. Maybe you are socially awkward and, don't want to be around folks and stuff like that. Who knows? But your guides are here to help you through whatever this tension is, because I do see something could be bothering you, okay? For some of you, it may be financial embarrassment, okay? Because we have the Two of Pentacles. Now, others of you, there's balance and momentum coming. Now, if you were kind of like, look at that. You've kind of been like on this journey, honey, on your own. The Ten of Cups here says that some of you guys may be even looking into purchasing new homes. You may not see it coming, okay? Maybe a gift from your guides. But the challenging aspect, we have this feeling stuck. We have this waiting. And it's like I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And maybe that is where, like I said, some of the adjustment needs to be released, because this is packing up, moving on. This is depression. This is doing too much, spreading yourself too thin, or doing the work. For some of you, this is definitely inner work. And there could be adjustments that need to be made internally to increase your revenue. Okay. Now, in the environment, here we go. See what I'm saying? It's like, I feel that with all of whatever's going on within politics, whatever's going on in your environment, I feel like money is not going to just be flowing around. Like, I remember when Clinton was in office, and it's like everybody had money, but then after the Bush administration, it kind of sucked. So in all honesty, outside of the gifts that are being dispersed from our spiritual guides and our collective, on a more practical forefront, I do feel like funds are going to be withheld in a sense. Okay. And so if I see the Hierophant coming up, that would even tell me something about like banks, loans, and institutions kind of like reversing all of these promises after the elections. Because, right now they talking about student loan this and what is it, small-based business loans, that. And I just feel like that may change. Now, the Five of Wands, and see, this is 9. And look, here's 9. The Five of Wands with the Ten of Wands kind of also gives me this greed, okay, if I were to think about the little devil card, or these codependencies. So for some of us, it's kind of like there needs to be a release of definitely some outdated beliefs when it comes to joint income, okay, or just waiting on shit to come out of nowhere. Looks really strong here. And holding back like your personal gifts and your power, right? Looking at what others got. That could be something for us as well. So it's kind of neat that those two came up, where everyone has something here, but it's like you got it all here, right? Or, the energy, okay? So now in your hopes, wishes, and dreams, what is this that is keeping you up at night? More wands. See what I'm saying? It's like a fight for a prize, but you have it. And we have the Empress. I felt the Empress when I thought about the Queen of Pentacles with the World card. I felt that grounded energy. I felt the moneymaker. So for some of you, it's kind of like dividing your time. And I don't care if this is like a husband, a child, and a family, or you to, as an empath to, whoever your clients are or your friends. But there's something about, again, wearing many hats and kind of like battling anxiety, unexpected turbulence with the finances, and, a need to sit still at times. So if you feel a lot of anxiety, or if you feel challenges, if you get depressed when you think about money, honey, or just anything, where you're moving to, okay, if you're kind of like on this journey in between homes or whatever, there's a definite need for you to not reach out, okay, because reach out kept coming up, and it's like, no, I feel that you may be learning a lesson when it comes to codependencies, or like I said, for some of you guys, it could have been a mother figure, okay, or even like this lack of financial education, you know, like maybe your parents didn't really give you a lot of advice and expertise when it came to it. And notice she has the 2-1. It's like a lot of she here, so I love that when I say you can manifest with this law of attraction through your frequency and your energy. Depression and anxiety only help, you know, in resisting these rewards. They will easily flow to you if it's like you can sit still, you can kind of think and make some adjustments. Okay, maybe you're carrying too much of a load, and some things need to be let go of. All right, because wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, things will be provided for you. And there's much of abundance. So it's like, let go of some of it, okay? Because it's hard for you, and it's like hoarding and trying to hang on. But let go of some of it. Let go of some of it. This even gives me that cosmic explosion card that came up for group 3 the other day. And look, we have the 3 here, which talks about abundance. You don't need it where you're going, okay? If this was like a spiritual lesson, it's an acceptance, okay? And letting go and trust. All right, so we're going to take a few clarifiers, and then I'm going to move to your pick a card. All right, now with this justice card here, and it's like this unexpectedness, okay, I see victory, and like I said, being able to move with ease. All right, so here we have justice, we have the adjustment, we have recovery. So some of you, adjustments have been made mentally, spiritually, physically, and there's a need for you to kind of just like keep it light. All right, you could have been really tired, spirit's been working on you, and it's like you don't need to move around too much, you know, in the sense of physical, or too many emotional burdens, okay? So if you have overcame a few unexpected situations, or have dealt with your fears, this could have been like an eviction or something like that. Here is the King of Cups, and it was like that was just a part of your lesson in either being content and needing to move out of your comfort zone. If you don't do that, you get pushed out of it, okay? And then here we are in the in-between, just kind of like out in the world, okay? For some of you. For others of you, the King of Cups represents a negotiator of some sort, okay? And when I see that Tower card, it's like unexpected. You have to be content and like quick on your feet when it comes to your speech or whatever, your level of integrity, because the Justice card also talks about integrity. And I feel victory comes to those that have the heart. So when I talk about the healers and all of my star seeds and stuff like that, your past efforts will be rewarded. Now here we have the 10 of Wands, which again talking about packing up and moving on, releasing some of the load. Look at that, where this person could be heavily burdened, okay? All of these attempts, this baggage that you carry. Here is the Fool card that says there's no baggage. There's nothing, you know, not even the little bag and the dog, honey, that is in the traditional photo. So for some of you, there's definitely a need to take action, okay? Because like you going in this direction with all this baggage and these burdens, but over here, it's like contentment, happiness, victory, okay? So changing your direction with the 2 of Wands. With the 9 of Swords, telling us something about the past. Here is 10 swords for me. We got the Page of Swords and the 9 of Swords. So you could have had a lot of questions. Someone could be coming to you asking you questions. Some of you guys as healers and teachers or card readers, here is the Student, And the student could be of like a cult. You could have done, dealt with that in the past. But like I said, there's something about this in between and being observed, okay? The observers. And we talked about your guides kind of noticing or communicating with you through meditation and wanting to deliver a message to you about your contentment. Some of y'all be blowing up, agitation and frustration when it comes to decision making. It's like it's too much at times, and you have to kind of let go of that and not hold on to the past, but think about what you want moving forward. A lot of you, some of you, could need to clear out the subconscious baggage for a new beginning. So if that was like a message from your guides to you, the King of Cups with the Tower definitely talks about adjustments in your response, how you respond to conflict and challenges, okay? I feel like a lot of you guys are doing well with that because we have the Six of Wands right here. Now, looking at the World card, see what I say? The Judgment card and the World card has the same kind of, what am I looking for? It has it's like a likeness, right? Where the Judgment card has the angels or the four corners of the earth, and then here we have the World card. So it still talks about completion of some sort. Now, some of you guys are going to win something, a legal battle. I don't see the Star card, but looking at the Mother, honey, I just feel like you may receive a letter about a judgment, okay, that's going to allow you to move forward. I don't know if it's holding you back emotionally, mentally, or whatever, but someone may communicate with you, and I feel like it's going to help in shifting your energy. Others of you, where energy is currency, just know that your reaction to maybe an older female or a female figure in the future could be being monitored, and your guides are just like putting it out there like, yo, a situation may present itself, and how you respond may also equal your payout, honey. Now, others of you that are parents, because we talked about the Queen of Pentacles, this is your focus on children, okay? Some of you guys may be worried about daycare or school or trying to do it all in the in-between, okay? And that's why like online school, online business, maybe it's going to help us all right? But we'll see. With the Two of Pentacles and this change, we have an alignment, we have momentum, we have being assertive. What I love about the Six of Cups is as you move forward on your spiritual path or on your life path, assertively, see, with the Chariot, things are going to be provided for you, okay? Some of you are also being asked to take charge, right? To take charge and be a leader. I do see that, but I just want one card. I have the World card. That's great. We have the World card here and what's crowning you. So whatever it is, like I said, it's still in your favor. With the Hangman. All right. Here's the Knight of Swords. So be brave, okay? Be brave. Don't rush, okay? Some of you guys, this is bravery, this is victory, and look at this leap of faith. So coming out of those comfort zones, but I feel like some of you are learning to manifest, okay? So you have these heightened senses or whatnot, and you can manifest at a higher rate, which is really why you have to kind of watch your reaction, watch your emotions, because you're being held to a higher caliber, all right, because of who you are. And all of this has to do with your finances. Now, the internal battles with the Five of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, this is poverty, baby, from what I feel like. This is also competitiveness. So it's like hoarding and like, you know, when this whole pandemic first started and everybody ran to the store and got all the tissue and all the hand sanitizer and kind of just like stockpiled it, okay? That may work for some of you if you are, you know, settled and have the space for it to learn, about stockpiling and stuff like that since it came up. But for others of you, it's more so about your outburst. And it's like, if you want to be a boss, if you are the boss, okay, because you are the boss, it's just like you're growing into wearing that hat. How you deal with challenges, how you deal with your emotions, this guilt and subconscious, all of this, worldly kind of stuff, you have to let go of because it's hindering you. All right. So things that you may have been taught in the past about money, about motherhood, fatherhood, about work, a lot of things that you've been taught, I feel it could be weighing you down. Let go. Okay. Let go. Now, in the Six of Wands, for those of you that I feel are doing this, look at that. We have Temperance. So it talks about alchemy. It talks about a new stream of income. So some of you guys may need to learn, take an online course, okay? Because look, the lines in the Nine of Swords. Take an online course to learn something and how to generate a new stream of income. Raising your awareness. You have this gift, and I love it. Nipsey said something about stockpiling one time. I don't really know what that is, but I do think it's like when you get a whole bunch of stuff. Kind of like, does Amazon do that? Like when they got a warehouse or something like that, And look how well off Amazon is. So anyway, with the Empress, we have Capricorn. See what I mean? Your abundance, your expectations. Also talks about discipline, where Capricorn may fall in your chart. And you kind of like not giving up, okay? And not being so, like I said, emotional about it. It also talks about your heart center, okay? And being more assertive, taking more charge, all right? This is also a release too, because the devil is like a release from the underworld. And the underworld is, I have to look like this, I have to think like this, I have to talk like that, I have to do this, I have to do that. So you see what I mean? Where it talks about your discernment. Just be you. Like, do what makes sense to you when it comes to, and this is really good because it talks about your life, how you raise kids, or how you go about becoming CEO or becoming, a manager, improvement, a pay raise, a releasing funds, honey. All of that. Definitely love that. But overall, watching your reaction and like studying something new to generate a new stream of income would definitely be ideal. I like how the Fool and Temperance cross with the Judgment card, because again, it's like you don't rush. Like this one goes into something with no experience, no work, no actions. And it was something about, this way, it's like a lot of work. You see what I mean? So here's this unexpected, kaboom. But here it's like the pressure and coming into a headache, So just whoever that's for. But totally two different energies, where it's like this Fool goes in with no expectations, whereas someone who did all the work comes out with the reward. Okay, so maybe going into something without expectation. All right, I don't know. Are you doing that? Do you go into things not expecting anything in return and then want abundance? I think you have to do some goal planning. But let's see what we got. I'm going to go for the Angel of Abundance cards. I'm going to choose 3 cards and 1 for the collective. So set those expectations as I asked at the beginning of the video. For group 1, here is your card. I like the little stars. Look at the stars on the back. That's dope. Group 2, here is your card. For my group 3, okay, here is your card. And for the collective, we have savings. Look at that. That 4 of Pentacles coming back up. So as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. All right? So Sometimes it could be $1, it could be $1,000, but having something, sitting somewhere and you not touching it in the back of your mind just does something for the subconscious and the law of attraction or manifesting or whatever. So do that. Sit $2 in the drawer one day or something like that. I don't know, every day. Get you a bucket and you can sit some stuff there for, I feel, a mental boost. But then, like I said, don't hold on too tightly. Like, I'm not going to spend this. I don't have that. And I don't fall into that. Okay. So for group 1, you have focus on your priorities. And see, we talked about something about them expectations. When you put your focus, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. So see, it was something about that. It's like this fool jumping over here to the unexpected and the 10 of Wands jumping over here to the in-between. Kind of cool, whatever it meant. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And look how we had the Hermit card come up and being guided by the stars. So we talked about your guides. So this is, again, a message for some of you from your guides that say focus on your priorities. Where this 4 of Swords is like victory, rest, and recovery. Okay. For group 2, you have unlimited ideas. All right. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So that could have been what that 10 of Wands was about, was doing the work. Okay. Group 3, you have the power of prayer. Now, for some of you that don't pray, could also be meditation. Give that. I just pick a lot of different authors to use as tarot cards on this channel. Give the situation to God for uplifting. Could be the universe. Okay. Uplifting and healing. And to be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. Okay? So this could be talking about, again, the vortex, the law of attraction, manifesting, seeing yourself as limitless, not with limit, and focus on your priorities. Don't focus on what you don't got, what you need. Prioritize. So with the Queen of Pentacles, getting organized, make a list and take one thing at a time, But follow your guides is what I saw in all of this. It's like you don't have to stress. You don't have to do shit. Follow the guidance. All right. And if you don't know, like, where are my guides? What are they trying to say? I need to strengthen my connection. We started out with meditation. Meditate. They have many messages for you. Okay. So you have to meditate and be at peace. Be still. Okay. Love that. If you did as well, those likes are appreciated. Until next time, guys, take a break. Namaste.